This video was brought to you by Squarespace. You know what's cooler than a powerful elemental attack? A powerful dark elemental attack. I mean, there's a reason why Amaterasu looks so amazing in panel and is one of my favorite jutsus in the series. Dark flames are just amazing to look at. There's something inherently menacing about them, and, well, flames are not the only thing in the Naruto universe that gets the dark treatment. We also have Dark Lightning, which is not as well known, that's for sure. Which is a shame because it also looks awesome. But there are some very strange things about Dark Lightning in the Naruto series. First, there are a couple of different variations to it. We see 3 characters really using it: Darui, Sasuke, and Kakashi. Now, Sasuke uses Dark Lightning when he uses the Onyx Chidori, but it's not exactly Dark Lightning. It's just lightning style being amped by either the Curse Mark or the Sage of Six Paths powers. And Kakashi uses Dark Lightning during his fight against Kaguya with a Kamui Raikiri, which also isn't exactly Dark Lightning, but a Raikiri infused with the properties of Kamui. They do appear as a Dark Lightning jutsu, but it's not Dark Lightning per se. The one who actually uses Dark Lightning in Naruto is Darui, with a very awesome looking jutsu called Black Panther. We don't know exactly the properties of Dark Lightning. We don't know if it's way stronger than normal lightning. You would assume it is, but Darui only kinda uses Black Panther against a couple of White Zetsus during the War Arc, which are not the most impressive opponents. And apart from him, we know of another user of the Dark Lightning jutsus, which was the third Raikage. We know that because they have the Dark Lightning tattoo in their shoulders. It's remarked by the Genkaku brothers that, oh, okay, you have the tattoo there, so you can use Dark Lightning. Very interesting indeed. And yes, the Black Panther jutsu is a lightning style release, which is weird if you think about it, because Darui has access to Storm Release, and you would think that this jutsu would be a KK Genkai jutsu, but no. The Dark Lightning Tattoo and Storm Release, which is a KK Genkai, are 2 very separate things. We see only one Storm Release jutsu in the entire series, which is Storm Release Laser Circus. It's a powerful jutsu, but not terribly impressive. I mean, the user expels a bunch of energy beams from his hand, and then you can control where these laser beams go with a lot of precision. Darui uses that to divert the path of the beams so that they don't hit his allies during the war and hit one of the Kinkaku brothers behind him. This jutsu is later used against the Ten Tails as well, but it doesn't appear to be all that powerful, at least for a KK Genkai. We then see another form of Storm Release when Madara uses Ranton Koga and shears Truth-Seeking Orbs in half. Not a Truth-Seeking Orb, but a staff made out of Truth-Seeking Orbs that Naruto was wielding. An extremely powerful jutsu. But this was powered by the Sage of Six Paths, the Chakra of the Ten Tails. Jubidara was in another tier of strength. Anything he used in that state would be extremely OP anyway. But the thing is, these are the only 2 jutsus we know for Storm Release. And then there is the Black Panther Dark Lightning style jutsu, which is just lightning release, and it seems weird to me. Darui only uses this staple of a jutsu a couple of times, and it's not terribly impressive when he does so. You would imagine something as cool as Dark Lightning would be, you know, kind of as powerful as Amaterasu, even though Amaterasu kind of fell off, you know, midway through Naruto Shippuden anyway. And you would imagine that the guy would also depict more storm style ninjutsu, you know, other than Laser Circus, which is cool, but, well, you could have done more than that. It's funny because Storm style kinda reminds me of, you know, storms. It's the combination of water style and lightning style put together, which should yield something like cloud storms or anything of the sort. but instead, it seems as though Storm Style generates beams of energy. That's exactly what Darui does with Laser Circus, and then also what Madara does with Ranton Koga to varying degrees of success. Now, the Laser Circus beams, they seem much more kinetic than anything else. They seem to have more punching impact, but Ranton Koga, the one Madara uses, just kind of shears through things like butter, as though it's a big lightsaber. And by the way, that jutsu is stated to be light speed in the data books, but, you know, whatever. It's just weird that Storm Style kind of generates those laser beams that don't resemble storms at all. Like, okay, the combination of lightning and water will give you beams of energy? Seems kind of weird to me. This kind of looks more like what the combination of fire and lightning would be, like plasma. And when I think about what storm release should be like, the Black Panther comes to my mind. Dark Lightning is the perfect example of a storm release jutsu because dark clouds exist in storms and they contain lightning, so combining those two things, we get Dark Lightning. Also, the Black Panther isn't completely black, it's also bluish in a couple of sections of the creature's body, you could say. It's not like Amaterasu, so there are hints of blue in there, meaning that, well, it could be because of the tempest related to the jutsu. And you know, Darui is a pretty cool character if you think about it, and the future Raikage, he becomes the 5th Raikage by the end of Naruto. He didn't get much to do, to be honest, and none of the future Kage really got too much to do apart from Gaara and Naruto, obviously, but still, it would have been much more interesting if we saw this guy in action using his Dark Lightning more, because it's just such a cool jutsu, but instead, the only real fight he gets is against the two most forgettable antagonists in the entire Naruto series that nobody cares about. Before we continue, I would like to talk to you about today's sponsor, Squarespace, which is the place to go to create your own website or get your own web domain. You can use the platform to build your web presence for anything you want. You can make a blog, a shop, a portfolio. They make the entire process of creating a website fun and easy, which is the most important part. You don't have to know code to create a professional website. You can choose from their countless templates or custom design the website yourself. There's so many options that you're definitely going to find whatever you need for your website in Squarespace. And because they sponsor this video, you get 10% off in your first purchase. So head to the link in the description below or head to squarespace.com/Diagonite to enjoy that discount. Now let's get back to the video. Brinkaku and Varurinkaku, you know, the two guys that absorbed the Nine Tails as chakra, you know, a couple of years ago, decades, you know, a long time ago. And they also had access to the Sage of Six Paths tools. That fight wasn't the most engaging fight in the series. A lot of people really find that fight boring and pointless because, one, we don't really care that much about the Cloud Ninjas that were fighting against them. Darui was cool, but the others, Samui and Atsui, we didn't care about them at all. And then, of course, Kinkaku and Ginkaku were just boring and not very engaging. The only thing they had going for them is that they killed Tobirama back in the day, and we didn't even see how that played out. It seems as though, for some reason, Kishimoto was very invested in the story of these two twin brothers from the Cloud Village that nobody really asked for. For some reason, he really wanted that part of the world building to be very well established, and those guys played a major role in the war because, if you don't remember, they were the reason why Obito was able to bring back the Ten Tails at all. Obito used the latent Nine Tails chakra in the Edo Tenseis of the Kinkaku brothers, and that's why he was able to resurrect the Ten Tails, because he didn't capture Naruto's, you know, half of the Nine Tails, and he couldn't bring that into the Ghetto Mazo, so he used that instead. And even though they are painted as these very important people in the lore, we don't care about them, and unfortunately Darui, which is a potentially interesting character that doesn't get much to do, only fights against them in the entire arc, which I suppose is better than Kurotsuchi, who fought against nobody except for White Zetsus, and Chojuro, who fought against Black Zetsu. The future Kage generation, man. Very promising individuals, am I right? And apart from only being one known Dark Lightning jutsu, which is Dark Panther, the other Dark Lightning user that is confirmed to be a Dark Lightning user in the manga, the third Raikage, he never displays Dark Lightning during his fights in the 4th Great Ninja War. And he had plenty of opportunity to do that. He was fighting against a whole battalion from the 4th Division, and then he fought against Naruto, you know, the main character. I am not complaining about the Raikage's fight because I quite enjoy how that was handled and how Naruto defeated him. It was clever and intelligent. It's cool to see the paradoxical character that has infinite attack potency and infinite defensive capabilities, and then there's this, well, which one is more powerful, his attack or his defense? Turns out it's his attack, because Naruto diverged, you know, the lance, the finger lance, you know, that's a very strange name. And then they defeat the third Raikage, but he did have the tattoo for Dark Lightning, and he never uses it. It seems as though it was just an afterthought. Yeah, no, sure, the third Raikage also has Dark Lightning, even though his entire shtick is being really fast and being the paradox man, and then Dark Lightning is just something he had for fun, I suppose. At least for Darui, it seems as though Dark Lightning was an integral part of his jutsu arsenal, even though he didn't use that against Sasuke in the 5 Kage Summit. It would have probably been very useful in that situation. When Darui attacked Sasuke Susanoo in conjunction with the Sand siblings, he used Laser Circus instead of Black Panther. Now maybe it's for chakra constraints, but if you were going to attempt and destroy this powerful defensive ability, why wouldn't you just use your most potent attack? Well, it would probably not even worked because the Susanoo is unbelievably powerful in terms of defense, but you know, showing that jutsu in the 5 Kage Summit would have been a great way to hype Darui up and the Dark Lightning as well. Imagine the Dark Lightning of the Black Panther clashing against the Dark Flames of Amaterasu. This would have been very interesting. Then again, the panel where Darui and the Sen siblings attack the Susanoo together is just really cool, and it looks good with Laser Circus, so there's that. I just wish we got to see more Dark Lightning and even Storm Release, or even I wish Dark Lightning was Storm Release. It would have made so much sense because there is the KK Genkai for Amaterasu, the Dark Flames, and also the KK Genkai for Dark Lightning. And then you could have just said that the tattoo is for Storm Release users and not just Dark Lightning users, which seems kind of just out of the blue. You know, there's Dark Lightning, there's also Storm Release, and then Storm Release is kind of ruined in the end of the war arc because when they used it against the Ten Tails, there's like a billion Cloud Ninjas just spamming Storm Release towards it. And it's a KK Genkai, it's supposed to be rare. You're not gonna see a billion people using Wood Style, for example, against, you know, the Ten Tails there because they wouldn't have access to it. KK Genkais are something very specific that only a handful of ninjas will have, usually from a specific clan. And for Darui to have that would have been much more interesting if he was kind of unique in that department. Now sure, he is pretty unique in regards to the Dark Lightning thing, but Dark Lightning isn't really that much used, and it could have been cool to see a different type of KK Genkai that's passed down through this very strange and mysterious tattoo. Instead of you inheriting it from your bloodline, oh, it's passed on to you. And then the Storm Release user, which is granted a tattoo, can have access to those abilities. It would have been much more interesting, in my opinion, at least. And also seeing Darui fighting against more, you know, interesting opponents would have been cool too, but it is what it is. Subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video. Like the video as well for more content just like this, and watch this other video right here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. Thank you so much for watching.